Welcome to Beyond the Scarlet Moon, where shadows whisper and the unknown waits to be discovered. Tonight, we delve into the haunting tale of a seemingly ordinary school auditorium, a place meant for performances, laughter, and applause. But beneath the bright lights and cheerful facade lies a sinister secret, one that lingers long after the final curtain falls. Turn off the lights, let the darkness settle, and listen closely. The auditorium of St. Maria's Academy was packed with students that night, buzzing with excitement as they waited for the annual school play to begin. The air was filled with chatter and laughter, the stage beautifully lit with vibrant colors. Rows of students sat shoulder to shoulder, their attention focused on the performers on stage. Mariella, a shy junior who rarely attended school events, found herself captivated by the lively performance. She sat near the middle of the room, surrounded by the crowd, feeling comforted by the noise and activity. At first, everything seemed normal. The show was entertaining, the crowd was lively, and Mariella felt a rare sense of comfort being surrounded by so many people. But then, something changed as the play reached one of its pivotal moments. Mariella heard something strange. It started faintly, barely noticeable. A soft, high-pitched laugh. At first, she thought it came from the stage. Perhaps one of the performers was laughing in character. But as she focused on the sound, she realized it wasn't coming from the actors or from anyone around her. It was coming from above. She tried to ignore it, shaking her head slightly. Maybe it was her imagination. She turned her focus back to the stage, but the sound didn't stop. The laugh came again, louder this time. It wasn't a joyful laugh. It was distorted, hollow like a child's giggle twisted into something unrecognizable. Mariella shifted uncomfortably in her seat, glancing at the people beside her. No one else seemed to notice. They were all watching the play, completely oblivious. And then she felt it. Something cold and wet landed on her arm. Mariella flinched, looking down. Her eyes widened in horror as she saw it. A dark, slimy liquid was smeared across her skin. It dripped slowly, glistening under the dim lights of the auditorium. And the smell was unbearable. It was as if something had rotted in the walls for weeks. The stench of decay was so overpowering. Mariella gagged, covering her nose with her free hand. Her heart pounded in her chest as her eyes followed the liquid's trail upward. That's when she saw her. There, clinging to the ceiling like a spider, was a girl. Her school uniform was shredded and stained, her long black hair hanging in thick, damp strands over her face. Her pale, lifeless skin seemed to glow faintly in the shadows. And her mouth was open. A wide, unnatural grin stretched across her face, revealing yellowed, jagged teeth. Thick, dark liquid oozed from her mouth, dripping in slow, deliberate drops. And then the girl laughed. It was the same laugh Mariella had heard moments ago. But now, it was louder, echoing through the cavernous room. The twisted giggle vibrated in Mariella's ears, drowning out the applause and cheers of the crowd. The girl tilted her head, her empty eyes locking onto Mariella. The laughter grew louder, more hysterical, as if the ghost was mocking her fear. Mariella froze, unable to move, her body paralyzed by the weight of the ghost's gaze. Another drop of the foul liquid splattered onto her shoulder, but she didn't even flinch. The ghost reached out a hand, bony fingers curling in a beckoning motion. Her grin widened even further, impossibly wide, splitting her pale cheeks as the laugh grew into a cacophony of madness. Mariella's breath quickened. She wanted to scream, to run, but her legs wouldn't move. It was as if the ghost had drained all the strength from her body. Finally, a sharp nudge on her arm broke the spell. "Hey, are you okay?" Someone whispered beside her. The sudden voice snapped her back to reality. Mariella gasped, stumbling to her feet, nearly knocking over the person next to her. Without saying a word, she pushed through the rows of students, her eyes darting back to the ceiling. But the ghost was gone. She ran out of the auditorium and didn't stop until she was outside, gulping in the cool night air. The foul stench still clung to her, and she could swear she still felt the cold, slimy liquid on her skin. The next day, rumors spread among the students. Some whispered that they'd heard faint laughter during the play. Others claimed they'd seen strange stains on the floor beneath the rafters. But no one else had seen the ghost. No one except Mariella.
Can you see me? Hello? Can you find me? Can you find me? I'm here. Behind you, look.
And to this day, she refuses to step foot inside that auditorium again. But late at night, if you listen closely, some say you can still hear the laughter echoing from the rafters. Thank you for joining me on Beyond the Scarlet Moon, where every shadow hides a tale, and every tale lingers long after the story ends. If you enjoyed this unsettling journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps uncover even more haunting stories. And the next time you find yourself in a crowded room, surrounded by laughter and applause, take a moment to look around. Because sometimes the loudest places hide the quietest horrors. Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant.